Welcome to the Analytical Reading and Writing Navigation tutorial. This is Professor Martin Levitt. I am your professor for this course. I know that this is coming a little bit late in the semester, that we're already kind of a few weeks into this, but there are a lot of our peers who are struggling with working through and navigating the website and figuring out where things go and how to do things. And just so that nobody gets any further behind, I'm kind of just going to put us on a pause week for this week and go back over all of these very fundamental things that we need to be successful. So this is going to be 101 on how to navigate this course. So in front of us right now, I have the student view on of what your class should look like to you. So this is your home page. This is where the announcements are going to be, where anything that you have due is going to be, what's coming up in the future. Anything that has been recently happening is going to be over here on the right hand side under what's new. But what I want to draw your attention to is really the most important part of this website, and this is going to be the menu on the left hand side. So this is going to show you the name of the class that you're in. If you're taking more than one class, you can click up here and switch your classes. It says course to course navigation. It'll show you all the different courses that you are enrolled in. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to go through this course. So when you click home, it's going to take you to this page every time. This is just, like I said, it's where your announcements are going to be, anything to do that's coming up, but I have linked this. It's called Start Here. I tried to be really self-explanatory here, make it very easy for you to figure out where you're going and what you're doing. When you click Start Here, you're going to be brought to the introduction page, and this is where you will find a little bit about me. That's me. And I have down here the contact email that you can reach me at, a little bit about my history, my academic history, my credentials, all of that is there for you. Then down at the bottom, you have the English 95 syllabus and course outline. If you click into that, it's very big, sorry. But you can see here, it's the whole course outline broken down. This is the text that we have. The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks is what we're working through. You can get this at a library. I do recommend that you purchase it so that you can make notes in the text, which is always encouraged. But it is available in the library for you if you can't locate it. I have the recommended supplies. We have the catalog description, the learning outcomes, and then if you scroll all the way down, I have a grading breakdown for you. So I have what journals, discussions, and projects are going to be worth, and then how I scale things, what the letter to point percentage scale is, and then all the way down at the bottom. These are important things, so I would encourage you to go back, read through them. Our academic honesty policy, all of these things are very important. But what I want you to see for the purpose of this video is here. This is our weekly breakdown. So week 0 is what we call preview week. It was the week prior to September 20th when the course first opened. And then every week after that, I have a very detailed list of the things that we're going to be doing. So scroll all the way through that. And then once you get to the bottom, that's it. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to reach out to me about that. Going back into Start Here, we're going to scroll back down. Okay, the assignment requirements. These are very detailed instructions about how to complete your discussions and how to complete your journals. If you ever have a question about what should be included, the mechanics, the due dates, they're always going to be right here for you. Due dates, grading, and late policy, pretty self-explanatory. I just break it down again so it's much easier for you to find. I also explain to you how I grade, and that's through using the rubrics. So every assignment that you will be graded on is going to be completed through a rubric. So you will know exactly why you earned the grade you earned. I will also include very specific feedback based on the projects or assignments that you are submitting. If I give you a needs improvement in comprehension, I'm going to tell you exactly why. If I think that you've done something excellently, I'm going to tell you what that was so you can continue to do that. My goal here is to give you as much information as I can so that you can be as successful as you possibly can be. Going back, we have the course name and information. All of that is right there. So this should give you some really good building blocks for understanding how this course is going to function. Underneath Start Here, we have announcements. If you click on announcements, you have all of the announcements that I've made since the beginning of the class. It's where you can follow updates, anything extra that I think you need to know going into the week. Then we have our weekly modules. This is where the most important information you're going to find every week is going to be. So I have preview week, and then every week after that is going to be listed. So let's click into week 1, September 20th through 26th. In here, you're going to find a guideline of everything that you need to be doing that week. So I have a little bit of a summary about the week, and then I give you what you need to read. And for week 1, it was the active reading what and how resource, the literary genres resource, the What's in It for Me resource, and up to page 26 in our text, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. And then I have to write, and these are the things that you need to be writing. First is the week 1 journal, and then the week 1 discussion. So I also give you a little bit of an overview as to what the journal and the discussion is going to be about. And then these here are your resources that you need. So I have the What's in It for Me, the video, how to use rhetoric to get what you want. I want you to watch that. It's really short. It's really easy. It goes by pretty quickly, but it'll help give you a much better understanding of what rhetoric is and how to use it. Then in here is another one of our resources. What and how is active reading. I'll go back. And then just all the way down. Anything that you could possibly need to read or utilize to complete the assignments or the work for the week will be in here. For week 1, I also included the prologue and up through chapter 3 of our book because I know some people didn't receive it. So if you haven't gotten your book yet and you need to complete your week 1 work, go there and read that. I have provided that for you. Okay. So then after we do this, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to our week 1 journal. And again, we're going right back to this left-hand side menu. Your journal is right here. So, all about journals. This was an optional journal just to kind of get you familiar, but then we have week 1, week 2, week 3, and then week 4 is going to open tonight. So in week 1, I have the instructions here. So for week 1, you are going to choose either the fiction work, Black Box by Jennifer Egan, or the nonfiction piece, which was the Listen to the Voices of Afghan Women article from the week 1 resources folder. And then we were going to write a 1 to 2 paragraph close reading summary of the article of your choice. I asked you to make sure that it included the variety of elements discussed in the active reading resource, which again was back in the reading resource model. You click on Create Journal Entry, and it's already set up for you. This is your private journal. All you have to do is click the entry, create your title, create your text, and click Post Entry, and that will be submitted directly to me. No one else is going to see your journal. It is private between you and I, and there's nothing else that you have to do. Clicking out of that. The next thing that we had to do was go to our discussions. I'm just going to click back here. Sorry about that. It's taking a minute. Okay. Week 1 discussion. Again, right back to the left-hand side. Your discussion link is right here. So you click on discussions. For week 1, I wanted you to make your post before you were able to read everybody else's post. This is something I may do here and there when it's really important for me that you are getting your thoughts out there on paper or on the website independently of what other people think. I want your thoughts to be uninfluenced by your peers. And then once you have posted that, you'll be able to see everybody else's post and we can start having conversations. But there will always be an overview and the directions and the prompts that you need to answer in every week. So when you're ready to post, you click into the week 1 discussion. You create your thread. Once again, just the subject line, your body, and you click submit. Once you do that, it will post, and then you'll have access to everybody else's post. Over here, I have their email. This is where you can email anyone in our course, or you can email me. I also have our calendar, which you should be able to see as well, and let me know if you don't. But this has some of our very basic due dates on here. So you'll see that the peer responses are due, and then your initial post is due. I've included all of that right there for you. Talk to me. If you have any questions, always reach out to me as soon as you can. The Message My Professor link will help you. You can create a message and it'll send it right to me. It's almost like, not quite email, a little bit like somewhere in between text messaging and email. Or you can email me up here where I've included that. So that's a really basic overview of how to get around the course. I think that that should give everybody a good foundation for figuring out how to navigate it. Next, I'm going to do a more in-depth tutorial about how to do a discussion post and how to do a journal. So please be watching for those. Make sure you're reading them. And at the end of this, I am going to have just a few question survey that I would like you to answer to show me that you've listened to or watched the video and that you have retained that information. So please make sure that you are doing that at the conclusion of this video.